Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 11-3. On second down, here's Locke. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run with Foreman. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Block on 3rd down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. 12. Here's Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Luck. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Max Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
Now Foreman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. On the counter, Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. On second down, here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Tell him. 76. 76.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Goff now on second down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, it's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Locke. Looking deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Locke. He's going to look for Allen now. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Locke. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Trent Murphy. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
We're good. We're good. 12. Shell.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the pressure gets to him again. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They run with Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by John Johnson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on second down is Love. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. From the 50, it's Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Hines. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield and only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Luck. Complete to Hilton. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wrong.
from the gun. Here's Love. Caught left side by Hilton. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Locke. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Love. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays. But a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Max Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now it's Locke. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels? Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a 1st down throw. Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Luck. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after try forthcoming. Extra point safely through. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 44 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for L.A., their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.